Right now at 6, a big decision looming in Wisconsin. Political shakeups possible as a key announcement approaches. And a new project is in motion in La Crosse. How residents are being called upon to make a meaningful impact.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. Last week, Wisconsin passed its biennial state budget. Now the question on everyone's mind, will Governor Tony Evers seek re-election? News 8 Now's Allison Fergit has some answers.
Governor Tony Evers said he will make an announcement on whether he's seeking re-election after the state budget has been finalized. Now that that's happened, members of both parties are anxiously awaiting his decision. Governor Evers in Eau Claire today to celebrate the state's budget being signed into law. But now Wisconsinites are wondering if they'll see Governor Evers' name on the ballot in 2026.
It's going to happen soon.
Will it happen soon?
Yeah, not in this moment, but soon. I'd say in a couple of weeks for sure.
If Evers decides to seek a third term, he could face an uphill climb. A recent Marquette poll found that 55% of Wisconsinites don't want Evers to run again. As Evers weighs his decision, political science professor Anthony Chergosky says the recent state budget will factor heavily into it.
Does he view this as a legacy budget that he can brag about as he retires, or does he want to try to build on this budget through running for re-election?
While Chergosky says it's a toss-up, Evers might run again because of the chance the Democrats take control of the state Senate.
But they got a real shot at the state Senate majority, and that would really shake up government in Madison.
But Chergosky added that Evers' age might lead him to pass the torch. If he were to do that, Chergosky says there's already a front runner for who would succeed him.
I think Josh Kaul would be the clear front runner because as the Attorney General, he has won 2 statewide elections, and that would give him a lot of credibility within the party.
But Chergosky expects more Democrats to throw their hat in the ring if there's an open seat. And while Democrats are waiting for Evers' decision, Chergosky said the announcement will also impact who enters the race for Republicans.
There are Republicans out there who might think they have a better or worse chance depending on if Evers runs. Because running against an incumbent is a very different story than running against someone who's not an incumbent, running for the open seat.
Republican Josh Schoeman has already entered the race for the governorship, but some other Republicans who have had their names floated around are Representative Tom Tiffany and former Senate candidate Eric Hovde. Reporting in Eau Claire, Allison Fergit, News 8 Now.
7 people are safe after a rescue near the Genoa Lock-in Dam. It happened earlier today. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers said 7 people were on a boat, and it went through the roller gates when the engine stalled. The people tried to paddle away from the gates, then had to ditch their boat and climb a ladder to safety.
You know, we're so blessed that they were able to hang on to logs and they were able to come up the ladders and come up to safety, all 7 of them.
Officials say boaters should avoid getting to the north end of the dam due to those strong currents. It's $1 million cash bond for the Winona man charged in a Holman homicide. That's the decision in La Crosse County Court today for 38-year-old Jacob Claver. He's accused of killing 37-year-old Josh Pigney last month in a home on Granham Street. Police found the victim dead in a bedroom with signs of a violent struggle. Claver faces life in prison if convicted. No word on what caused a fire at a Winona manufacturing plant. Crews responded to Core Molding Technologies on Wilkie Drive before 2 a.m. Officials say the fire was mostly contained to the building's roof and ductwork, and no one was hurt. A News 8 follow-up, Crawford County's administration building is back open. In June, officials closed it up due to water damage, and it was caused by a malfunctioning sprinkler. Some offices are still being worked on, but all departments are open. You can help create a new home for people who need it most in La Crosse. Coulee Cap launching a public fundraising campaign for the Haven on Main project. It'll have 70 affordable apartments at the old Pink Palace location for people with disabilities and behavioral health needs. The fundraising goal, $4.2 million.
Haven on Main is a partnership between Haven for Special People, Coulee Cap, and the Girard Corporation to bring 70 units of affordable and accessible housing for adults with disabilities, the local workforce, seniors, and families in the area in a livable, walkable downtown space in La Crosse.
Now, Haven on Main and Cooley Cap have already raised over $3.7 million for the development. They're now asking residents of La Crosse to consider making donations for those $500,000. You'll need to find a new route to La Crosse Central High School. Green Bay Street is closed from 22nd Street to Losey Boulevard for construction. Your detour is 16th Street to Weston and then back to Losey. No word yet on when it reopens. Well, quintessential summer conditions, and it sounds, Nicole, like it's going to be that way almost all week long.
Yeah, we have a very, very nice July-like week ahead of us. It's finally going to feel like summer out there. So if you have any plans coming up, it's going to be a gorgeous week for it until we get to about the last day on Friday. Then we can have some thunderstorm chances moving in right now. Right now, though, it's looking really nice. Mostly sunny apart from some higher up leveled clouds. Seeing some very brief thunderstorms just passing through southern Richland County right now. Otherwise, everybody else is in the clear for now. We do have some activity moving in a little bit later in the day, but for now, it's going to be a pretty nice evening for any outdoor plans you might have. Current temperatures staying warm for now, 82 in La Crosse, 80 in Eau Claire. Dew points are actually staying fairly comfortable as well. A little bit more humid where we've seen some of those pop-up thunderstorms just south into the areas closer to Prairie du Chien and Boscobel, seeing some higher dew points, but otherwise everybody else sitting very comfortably right now. Mostly sunny in La Crosse apart from those higher leveled clouds, 82 for your temperature. In Eau Claire, it's a very similar story, sunny and 80 right now. As we go throughout the next few hours, we will see some increasing cloud coverage, and we could actually see some rain coming in later into the nighttime, more so into the morning hours. So I'll have a full look at that coming up in a little bit.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah.
Well, the push is on to make public spaces in La Crosse safer. News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us live in studio with the city's latest plan. Grace.
La Crosse's Parks Department is looking to renew their park security contract. In order to do that, they'll need approval from City Council. The Parks Recreation and Forestry Department is requesting $115,000 from the city to keep security services in parks and parking ramps. Officers would be in Burns, Cameron, and Riverside parks, as well as the La Crosse Center and Riverside parking ramps. The request comes after the department's previous security contract ended last month. The department's deputy director says the city has seen an increase in service calls since then.
We're not looking to remove anyone from parks per se. Demographic hasn't really changed in the park, but what we have seen with security in the past is, lowering the numbers of legal activity, lowering the numbers of calls for service.
If approved, it will be the third time money from the city's contingency fund will be used for park security. The council will vote on that request this Thursday. Reporting in studio, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Grace, thank you. You can fight hunger while enjoying free music Thursday night. Moon Tunes is teaming up with Rotary Lights for a food drive at Riverside Park. For years, Rotary Lights has offered free train rides to kids at Moon Tunes. Now they're expanding their mission to feed hungry families.
If without Rotary Lights, we wouldn't have a Rotary Lights kiddie train. So it kind of brings it full circle for the kids to see as well that their parents, hey, we support people, we need to support our community, and we're all a community, we need to work together.
So from 5:30 to 8, you can bring non-perishable food items or money to donate. The most needed items include beans, peanut butter, and canned fruits. Still ahead, this stunning video from Texas, where 100 people are now confirmed dead in severe flooding across the state. And President Trump making a tariff announcement today, shaking up key allies just before a major international meeting.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Protect your home with Tundra seamless gutters and gutter helmet from Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our highly trained technicians can install the complete water management system for your home with our exclusive custom gutters, gutter helmet, and helmet heat. Gutter helmet is filter free, so it will never clog, guaranteeing you'll never clean your gutters again. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
Look, A perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a Quarter Pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any two for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You don't know how much pressure you put on your septic system, but Riddex does. In a 21-month study, scientists proved that Riddex reduces up to 20% of waste buildup every month. Take the pressure off with Riddex.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
A heartbreaking video out of Texas in that unprecedented flash flood. Video taken by a nurse at Camp Mystic. Staff and young campers having fun before the children's camp was devastated by powerful and fast-moving deadly floods. More than 24 campers and counselors from Camp Mystic died in the flooding, and at least 100 in the state of Texas. Search and rescue teams say they're finding bodies up in trees. Flash flood and evacuation alerts from the National Weather Service went out in the middle of the night when most people were asleep. More than 800 high water rescues have happened since the flooding began.
We had first responders that were getting swept away, actually responding to the first areas of rainfall. That's how quick it happened.
Now, the risk of life-threatening flooding is still high in central Texas, with more rain on the way. The Trump administration announced 25% tariffs on Japan and South Korea today. It comes ahead of a meeting between the president and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
President Trump and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meet at the White House Monday evening, where the two leaders are expected to discuss a new nuclear agreement with Iran following last month's strikes, as well as a proposed ceasefire between Israel and Hamas.
The utmost priority for the president right now in the Middle East is to end the war in Gaza and to return all of the hostages.
Ahead of the meeting, the father of one of the remaining Israeli hostages told CBS News they are counting on President Trump to seal the deal.
We are hoping and asking President Donald Trump to make Netanyahu end the war and go to a hostage deal.
An official briefed on the negotiations tells CBS News the current proposal is for a 60-day ceasefire with a phased release of hostages, Israeli troop withdrawals from parts of Gaza, and discussions on a permanent end to the conflict. President Trump is also escalating his trade war with newly announced 25% tariffs on Japan and South Korea beginning August 1st.
We have these beautiful letters.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt displayed letters sent to the two countries and said about a dozen more trade partners will soon receive similar letters. President Trump announced tariffs on dozens of countries back in April, but put a 90-day pause in place for negotiations. With that deadline approaching Wednesday, the White House now says trade partners will have until August 1st to make new deals.
My mailbox was full last night with a lot of new offers, a lot of new proposals, so it's going to be a busy couple of days.
So far, only two countries, Vietnam and the United Kingdom, have finalized new trade agreements. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
We'll have more news ahead, but first.
We have a gorgeous week of weather ahead of us. It's going to feel like July out there. I'll have all the details on the nice temperatures coming up right after the break.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
At Vernon Memorial Healthcare, we believe in your birth, your way. From prenatal visits to postpartum care, we provide continuous support, respect your birth plan, and ensure a smooth transition from pregnancy to parenthood. With expert lactation consultants and a comforting home-like environment, we're here for you before, during, and after delivery. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where your journey is in caring hands.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost.
Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
What makes us happy is making you happy. We want every meal to be filled with big bite moments.
Lick the spoon moments.
And even get your hands off my cheese curds moments.
They're just too good to share.
From the juiciest bites to the sweetest scoops.
We're all about bringing people together over delicious food.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious!
Yeah!
Cordell's Automotive wants to thank you for voting us Best of La Crosse County for another year. With 7 locations, Cordell's is even easier to find near you. As a family-owned business, we truly get what it takes to care for your vehicle so that you and your loved ones can be safe and protected. We're honored to be your first choice in auto repair, mechanic, tire shop, and oil changes. Schedule an appointment and let us help you know you're safe.
Cut your energy bills and heat your water smarter with the Bradford White Heat Pump Water Heater from Maxwell White. Right now, get up to $2,400 in savings with rebates and incentives. Efficiency meets serious savings. Upgrade today. Bradford White and Maxwell White, built to be the best.
We have a gorgeous evening ahead of us tonight, but after that, some of us could maybe see a couple sprinkles going into your Tuesday morning commute. It's looking like trending a little bit drier now, but still that chance to have some wet roadways for a couple of us as we head out on the road tomorrow morning. So let's take a look at it. There is a fairly strong system now moving into central Minnesota off to our west, although it really starts to lose steam once the sun sets. There you can see just in the next few hours, it dissipates almost completely. Still seeing some remnants off into northern Iowa, into far northern Wisconsin, but a lot of that heavier rainfall is really staying far north of I-94, even further north than Rusk County. So not really a lot of significant rainfall with this system. As we go a little bit later into the morning hours, we will probably still see some light sprinkles still catching up with that line, but overall not really tracking any widespread rainfall, just enough that you might feel a couple sprinkles on your way out the door, but most of us are really looking to stay dry, and then a lot of that will move out, taking a lot of that cloud coverage with it, and we'll have another mostly sunny afternoon ahead of us. We could still see some isolated pop-up thunderstorms similar to what we saw this afternoon, where very few of us actually get that activity, but still a trend nonetheless, and that's really going to be a trend going through every single day this week. As far as rainfall totals go, though, really unimpressive, not really anything significant or even measurable in our part. Possibly some pop-up showers going into the morning hours south of I-90, but the more significant rainfall is really staying north and far west of the area just for tomorrow. For the rest of the week, apart from again those brief pop-up chances that we have going on when we start to get these sunny days, we don't have a lot of rain coming in until the end of the week. We start to see chances increasing going into Thursday night and then really spiking up for Friday and Friday night as the system moves in from the west, giving some thunderstorm chances across the entirety of the area. Some of those storms could be strong, so definitely something that we're going to want to be monitoring, but until then, the week ahead is looking pretty nice, and that's including tonight and tomorrow. Lows tonight in La Crosse, 69, 66 in Eau Claire, pretty close to our normal low. Lingering morning showers for very few of us, but overall trending on the drier side. And then going into tomorrow, a couple pop-up thunderstorms possible in the afternoon. Otherwise, a lot of us will be staying dry and pretty warm as well. Right on the dot for our average high, 85 in La Crosse, 81 in Eau Claire. We're entering into the warmest part of the year now, so it's not out of the ordinary to see a week of entirety 80s for the high temperatures, staying right close to that average line as well. This white line right here, we're going to be either right above it or right below it the entirety of the week. Having a little bit of a cool trend going into Saturday, but even then, still staying in the upper 70s and the low 80s across the area. But with this sunny and warm weather, going to have some high UV indexes as well. So if you have any plans to spend outside, definitely going to want to put that sunscreen on almost every single day, apart from Thursday and Friday when we're seeing that cloud coverage increase and those thunderstorm chances. We're going to have UV indices into the very high category, close to 9. So you're definitely going to want to be finding some shade in the afternoon, or at least taking some breaks, because you don't want to be sunburnt when the weather is this nice outside. Otherwise, just lather up on that sunscreen. Not going to need it for Friday, though. We're getting some thunderstorms back into the area. Really the only significant rain chance that we have coming up. So overall, it's looking pretty quiet out there. All
right. Thanks very much, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, baseball's best. Who you'll see representing your team at the Midsummer Classic in Atlanta. Plus one area southpaw getting the nod to represent the Loggers at the Northwoods League All-Star Game. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Banking should be easy. Ultra's A+ accounts put online and mobile banking at your fingertips. Plus, a contactless debit card for everyday purchases. No stress, just banking made for you. Now that's worth celebrating. Open your account today.
Save big with hot deals at Menards, all after 11% rebate. Rubber mulch is just $4.79 per bag. A 25-foot Yardworks garden hose, only $9.99. Stay organized with a 27-gallon industrial storage tote, just $6.98. An 8-pack of double-roll paper towels with a super strong 3-ply design, only $13.96. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. At American Waterworks, we use modern techniques and warranted solutions to restore your peace of mind in your home. After all, your home's foundation issues won't get better with time, but it will with our proven solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Hey Nick, want your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that GNT can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on GNC to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about GNC heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
Call GNT.
For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to GNT.
We know that home is where you can be yourself. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, our competitive rates and personalized local servicing can help find the loan that fits you. Because home is your happy place. Get the loan that fits you. Apply for your home loan with Ultra today.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it was tight all series long, but the Brewers found a way to leave Miami winning 2 out of 3 games as they now head back to Milwaukee for a 6-game homestand before the All-Star break. In his first appearance since September 23, 2023, Brandon Woodruff looked sharp, going 6 innings, allowing just 2 hits, striking out 8. The win lifted the Brewers' record to 50-40 while Milwaukee gets ready to host the NL-leading Dodgers tonight. The addition of an arm like Woodruff typically comes via a trade at this time of the year, but Pat Murphy says it is special to see his one-time ace healthy again.
He was right on it. Location, stuff, everything was, yeah. It just tells you a lot about who the guy is, and I couldn't be happier for him and his family, and what it means for the future. I mean, that's just special.
More good news for a Brewers pitcher as Freddie Peralta will represent Milwaukee in the All-Star Game in Atlanta on July 15th. One of the most reliable starters to ever put on a Brewers jersey, Peralta has 9 wins and 18 starts this year with a .291 earned run average. He's the Crew's lone All-Star representative, and it's the second Midsummer Classic nod of his career. It's a second ever All-Star selection for Byron Buxton also, as the Baxley, Georgia native will be representing the Twins in his home state next week. And he's making the most of his time down south as he announced on social media today that he would be partaking in the Home Run Derby in 1 week. So far this season, Buxton's got a .270 average with 20 home runs and 53 runs batted in. Former Logger pitcher Chris Sale has been named an MLB All-Star for the 9th time in his career. He will not pitch due to a rib injury sustained last month, but this year the Braves' Sale has a .252 ERA and 114 strikeouts. Sale was an All-Star for the Lacrosse Loggers back in 2008, and the Loggers will have 4 players representing their team this year in Madison in just 9 days. Braden Jeffress, R.J. Hamilton, Hamilton, Caden Richardson, and Bangor native Ashton Mitchell will all play for the Great Plains Division on July 16th. As a reminder, the Loggers already locking up a spot in the playoffs thanks to their first half record. And that's a good highlight right there from Ashton Mitchell of Bangor. Very cool to see a guy from 20 minutes away doing that and going to be playing for the All-Star team. So
absolutely. Cool. It's to see how his career has just gone like this, because he was excellent as a high schooler in Bangor, but putting in some good work there.
And I'm not sure if he actually will play. He's done playing with the Loggers this summer, so we'll see if he still suits up for the All-Star team. It's a pretty cool thing to pass up on. But we also got Freddie Peralta and Yamamoto tonight, 2 All-Stars, so just an All-Star theme night. And we got a couple All-Stars up here as well. But it's going to be a fun night of pitching for the Brewers in Milwaukee.
A massive series, too, to see how we stack up against the Dodgers.
Only 2 series left for the All-Star break.
All right. Thanks, Jacob. Nicole's got a final check of our forecast right after this.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Lassen Exteriors. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin is so ready for summer. Right on the Mississippi River, a perfect spot for fishing and fun. Surrounded by scenic bluffs and some of the best hiking and camping around, there's so much to explore. You can experience Prairie du Chien's fascinating history and unwind with live music events that feature the vibe you're looking for. Book your place to stay and discover more at prairieduchien.org.
I have been working at Firefighters Credit Union for over 20 years and been in the mortgage business for 30 years. We get a lot of people that like to shop around, and I encourage people to shop around for mortgages. And the one thing that you hear over and over is that we're for real. What they hear on the commercials is what they see when they come and see any of our employees. All these things together are what make Firefighters Credit Union the team you can trust.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Protect your home with Tundra seamless gutters and gutter helmet from Asher Lassen Exteriors. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Well, as you head out the door in the morning, maybe grab an umbrella, but I think you're going to be safe. Could have some spotty spots of some wet roadways. Otherwise, it's not looking bad out there. 80s again, another day in the 80s, really every single day this week, spending in the 80s, and then ending the week out with some thunderstorms. But until then, get out and enjoy. It's going to be nice.
Fantastic.
We'll take that.
Let's maybe set up a tee time.
Hey, we may have to.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you back tonight at 10.